These are getting better and better from Trace. Or worse and worse, depending on who you ask. And if it's us who you ask, it's worse and worse. But we're ready to head on into this one. INTZ versus Bravado. Hugo, can you think of any rhymes that rhyme with this, seeing as Chad isn't happy with avocado? Or a word that rhymes with Chad. I'll let you do that.
Bad Churchill, the alter ego, although probably just the same ego. Who knows, really? Let's head into this last.
Too much ego.
Yeah, yeah. He played in the major. Oh, either way, we are in the second map of this series, and maybe the last map of INTZ can keep things up, but a T-side start could come back to haunt them as we jump into this pistol. It's JT under the balcony, they're going to run right by, so already decapitation station here on the A side. 3 of them coming out from the CTs before Cello eventually trades, but he will not be long for this world, and it's the same story for the rest of his team. A quick and concise pistol round for Bravado.
Yeah, they're looking to try and take us through to that third map. Obviously, they just got completely annihilated back on their map pick, 16-3 over on Inferno. But Mirage gets off to a better start. They're looking at already trying to outdo the number of rounds we saw them secure back on the previous map. And they're in good standing to do exactly that.
Yeah, and Glocks here for INTZ. We did see them actually win this round, if you remember back to earlier.
Yeah, I really try to forget that.
Yeah, push it out of that moment.
Yeah, because it didn't make any sense. And that's what this INTZ team love to do. Do you want to know why? Because KNG is unreal at Counter-Strike.
This one, it will not work out, it doesn't seem. I hope.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, every kill, I get a flashback.
No, I'm having them, Hugo. I'm season up. Honestly, I'm seeing it. I can see it happening. Cello and Zand left standing.
Oh no, this is actually really sick as well. Look at the bomb.
Yeah, they've rotated the bomb from T-spawn. They might even get it down, and Zand is hidden. If they don't find him, you know, just him being here can cause problems. It's keeping the attention of Bravado at this portion of the map. He's going to get tagged down. And, if they decide to rotate this bomb back to A, that is the wrong call. No, they've decided against it. You can see Cello is looking tempted. He's going to get into this B bomb site, so the bomb can look to go down. They've managed that at the very least. Oh. They managed to deal with Zand, and now they've cleared A. They know this bomb must be at B, but for Cello, he doesn't know that there were 3 players there. So this means he's going to check everything, and the slower he is, the more methodical he is. While usually that's great, in this instance, it's going to come back to punish him, because Fady's over on short. He plants for this position. Good night, Cello. Bravado up 2-0.
I admire the attempt, but with the whole keeping Zand on that A site for so long, you'd like to think he would just dive in and
I feel like if you were going to go for that, right, it's better to just balls to the wall, commit to it, instead of, you know, maybe slow things down too much over at that B bomb site. Maybe just not, I mean, he wouldn't have anticipated that Bravado would have fallen for that so wholeheartedly, what with them not really showing too much over at A.
The thing is, he jumped out onto the site and then crept, so it's like kind of counterintuitive. I know you're trying to surprise, but like they already know you're there if there's anyone at B, and you know, you're probably not going to win that. So whatever, it's only a Glock round, and I'm glad they didn't win it anyway, just for my own sanity. So
yeah, I don't know if my heart could take anymore. No. My heart, my brain, actually any of my internal organs, anything that's vital and powers a body system. I mean, my liver's probably already at full capacity anyway.
Well, it's full of what, Harry?
Liver juice. Wait, did I mean that or kidney? I don't know. I don't really know the way the inside of the body works, Hugo.
Well, at least... I'm going to quit this while I can. 2-0 for Bravado and rifles for INTZ, but early damage done for both teams. Bomb still dropped in the B apartments, but a lot of pressure on middle here for these Ts. They're going to flash into the connector, try and take control. Oh, but that jump up on the A site behind Triple. Sonic gets the information. Now they do know he's there, so that Palace player can remain aware, but Fady's up on Cat trying to shut it down with the M4. Double spray from him. Nice work. Will be the trade back from KNG at least, but a 3-on-4 here. Bravado losing a player. Nice catch from KNG. He will be able to take down Detroni. And now in this 3-on-3, there's a lot of low HP players, but they get one entry taking down Elusive. They get the B site.
Elusive could get caught out, and they do spot him. Repositioning back inside of this bomb site. Rotation in from Sonic, but KNG up through connector on this wrap round. Elusive in danger of going down. It's KNG, the real point man, the real danger man. There's Elusive to deny the bomb plant. Uh-oh, that's very big. They have to pick it up. Zan's not going to go ahead and get the trade. And the round is over.
I didn't see where Zand was that whole time.
He was just in a park. He was just on van. Just chilling on for it. There was 10 seconds. He loses teammates out of the site, slows down because I think he was waiting for KNG either to try and take that fight in CT and win it out, and they weren't aware of the time, or they were aware of the time and they were both trying to collapse onto the man in the bomb site. But KNG got caught by that rotation, that very late rotation from JT. Yeah, you could see he was trying to get it back across into the kitchen. So very unfortunate for them.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so it wasn't even necessarily Zan's fault. He was waiting for that repeat, but
the issue is, even if KNG had been allowed to sprint the whole way, I don't think there would have been time. I think Zan had to peek straight away. This round,
well, this time. Oh, okay. Say goodnight. Sonic finds 3. KNG's there with a trade, but it might be too little, too late. He's been dropped. It's Yell with a dig, and wow, what a spray down from Sonic. That is unbelievably good. It's going to keep Bravado in this one, off to a strong start on map number 2. A 4-0 on the horizon unless Yell can stop this. No armor either. The drone is just jumping, so information gained, shot missed, but he'll call for his teammates to come and assist.
Lack of armor for Yell really causing him problems here. Now, at least the Troni's in a similar boat. No one else is on the side of Bravado, and it's the aim punch that really should make this impossible. Yell, if he's in a position where he can get the drop on players on Bravado, then there's a chance, but he's not. They know where he is. They spotted him here at the ramp. This isn't a mystery. There's no illusion. They know where Yell's coming from. At least they have a pretty good idea. The Troni over in CT, peaks wide and does shut down Yell. So yeah, Bravado going to move up 4-0. Good start here across the board from everyone on this Bravado side. And important to note, normally in these first few rounds, this is where we get to see KNG just wrecking heads. And he hasn't done that. He hasn't delivered here on Mirage. Now, that's not anything against KNG, obviously.
It's all his fault.
He's been playing out of his mind. What I'm saying is it's a little bit worrying, because the thing that we were all concerned about is how long can KNG keep that unreal performance up. It's only expected that after a certain amount of time you will become fatigued, you will become a bit tired, right? It's 9:30 in the evening. Let's not forget, for INTZ, this is their second best of 3 today, so it makes sense that eventually you might start slowing down. I just hope that that's not what we're seeing from KNG now, because it would be a damn shame if that is the case.
Does have the orb though, and this could be the make or break. The Troni's still on his. KNG sitting at the top of middle, waiting for this con peak, but it's not coming through right now. Yell, very patient as well in the underpass. KNG now strafing out, and INTZ, they will get the timing play. Bravado moving back right as these Ts move in, so they get mid for free. This boost can come through, but you know Bravado are aware of this. So Cello won't go all the way. JT keeping an eye on it, but this bomb coming back in through the spawn, and in the meantime, pushing the apartments, or at least the peak gets a bit of information for Elusive. They can be somewhat ready for this A play now with 38 seconds on the clock. It's this mid boost that can make so much difference, and that peak is huge from JT. Catches one, moves with his back turn. Now Cello drops into the window, but I'm not sure if they heard it. Cello, now they definitely know. He's found himself a kill. There's a second man up, aggressing on short, but communication lapse, and Fady gets caught. 20 seconds now, they have to deal with Sonic.
That's been something they have struggled with. This time, no such issue, but this bomb has to cross. There's only 10 seconds. They managed to flash it out into the open, and KNG shuts down Elusive. The kills come in.
I don't know if that was on purpose. They boosted someone on top of someone's head and sandwich and got killed by someone.
Yeah, I don't think they meant to. I think that was just Destiny crouching to take the fight onto Sonic.
That was a weird round. But hey, a round is a round, and INTZ will get themselves on this T side.
Made even more worrying by the fact that you notice they stopped the plant there at the end. I believe it was because of the presence of the man over towards mid. And also the AWP shot rattling in from jungle. They swapped up where they planted. It was 6 seconds left. Now, they actually ran to a bit of the bomb site where you're just outside of the plant zone. So, in theory, had Bravado just stayed alive, that round could have been lost to time for INTZ, which was a little bit worrying, but they're able to stay on top of things.
Learning the hard way, you can't throw Molotovs through your teammates' legs. That's going to slow down this ramp push. The bomb's very late out through. We have this boost up in the CT as well. The Trony spamming away. The smoke has faded. 2 players there. Lots of team damage as well. Destiny needs to finish off this kill, but he gets killed by the Deagle. Now this bomb has been delayed and in fact cancelled. It can't be planted. The Trony's killed a second man. It's all down to this mid flank from Yell.
But he's made noise and he's made his presence known. Cello is stuck in this A-bomb site right now. Fady even going to tag up KNG and an uncharacteristic miss. Not even a miss, rather. He actually tagged him down to 5 HP, but KNG deleted. Utility depleted for INTZ. What is the play here? Cello trying to reposition Yell. Here's this man down at the bottom of mid. He's got a lot of angles to keep an eye on. Whoop, accidental jump, but still alive, still fighting, still able to find something and out of ammo. Oh, this is such an awkward fight. Finally, someone wins it out down towards the connector, my word. And that leaves Cello in this 1v2. JT deletes him and Bravado up 5-1. Now, a bit of a B-stream update for you, as it should just be the eco from INTZ here. You might know, you've heard a lot of yelling going on in the background, maybe. I don't know if it's gone through the mics. And that's because Envy just managed to 2-1 at Team 1, taking Overpass 16-14. In spite of being down 9-6 on it at the half. So, great comeback from them. That will be Team 1 heading home, and Envy locking in that playoff spot.
Yeah, a chance to keep this one going. It's been a bit of a rocky road for Envy, definitely. But considering Carrigan only joined a couple of weeks ago, they've already impressed. I don't think without Carrigan they would have made it this far, frankly.
No, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think that's a pretty accurate sentiment, especially when you look at the fact that he's been a pretty consistent performer within those series as well.
Well, only 1 round for INTZ. They've been reset, so a single AK on KNG. Who else would you want it on? Another fast A play. If we remember back to that previous map, they only went A. INTZ did not go B once, as far as I recall. So this could get somewhat predictable for Bravado, but predictable, forget it, because it doesn't matter if you can't win the round. It's still going to be these Ts running over the bomb site with a plant. 4 on 3. In the post plant, Fady going to try and get aggressive, but he might be caught through the gap. Cello cannot see his legs, but now it starts to fade, and Fady will peek in. Cello getting the kill, but his teammate could have come out in for support. Elusive was too far back. The trade is there, but a little bit too late. 21 HP left, and at INTZ, the time is on their hand, and it's in their favor.
Oh, that's the... And connector dropped on this flank from KNG, and yeah, Elusive, he's just going to back off and save. It's only a second round for INTZ, so for Bravado, it's not the end of the world. He was hoping to hold on to the AK, but he won't get away with it, and actually that is the economy ruined for Bravado. The South African team now going to have to eco this next round, you would imagine. And this is going to give INTZ a route, potentially, to build back in to this map. Got off to a pretty slow start with Bravado, taking those first 5 rounds consecutively. Or rather, first 4 rounds consecutively, then coming in with the reset in the round prior. But you see the effect trading rounds back and forth has had, and it's left Bravado in a pretty dire spot. Now, they've gone for this forced buy. They were down onto a double eco anyway.
Slow core into mid here for INTZ. We have that A stack from Bravado, but it's almost like they've read this completely perfectly. INTZ, they've never really seemed to go B, but now they will be setting up towards the apartments. Bravado. At what point do they rotate? The issue is there's still 2 players down on ramp here for INTZ, so they could sell this fake quite well. And yeah, they're setting up smoke. So while I'm sure Sonic might push off the back of this utility being set up, even if he doesn't, yeah, that's going to be the round almost guaranteed loss. And Fady just burning to death as well. INTZ rushing into the B site that is unstacked, and Bravado have been kept on A by the fake utility. Even this mid-rap coming through from both Yell and Zand. So INTZ deep in the B apartments, and once that Molotov fades, they're going to be out onto the site. So hesitant here. Little do they know that this site is empty, and Bravado are already on the wrap in through the T spawn.
But you don't imagine they go for this. The chance to keep 5 players alive is one that they're not keen on passing up. Chance to hold all this forward as well. Give it a go in the next round. INTZ will be securing a 3rd here as they do begin the slow slog of building back into this game. Important thing to note, I mean, if Bravado, as you say, if they did catch any of how INTZ played versus Team Imperial just earlier on, they will have noticed that INTZ did have a particular affinity with this A-bomb site, but that could prove to be a bit of a double-edged sword, right? If you're Bravado and you get it in your head, okay, anytime we see them A, the odds are it's going to be the A play because they love doing that earlier on. You know, if you're INTZ, you can try and tip that in your favor.
Well, starting to try and tick this hard back in their favor are INTZ, 3-5, as this extra save round comes through. Obviously, it would have been a full eco if Bravado did lose those players, but because they saved, they get another chance at doing the same. Could see another stack, why not? Maybe even towards B this time, but looking more standard with this kind of weaponry. Fast mid approach as well. Destiny going to go in instantly now. INTZ should know what Bravado are bringing in to some extent. So you won't know every weapon they have. Yet to see this Mag 7, for example. And now be underpass. Molotov here to hold Sonic off, but he's going to go back in. Yell catches the right timing, and Sonic is looking away. So first pick coming in from INTZ. A man advantage taken. And again, the B site left clear here for Bravado, and so INTZ going to sneak on in, take advantage of this empty bomb site. It seems like no one is even going to be guessing for Bravado. The issue is they're going to have a bye next round anyway, so it's like, do you even want to save, or should you be looking for exits? That would probably be the better call. Try and grab AKs or this AWP from KNG, group up, guess where these Ts are exiting. But that is really just a gamble. Destiny finding one. Trade is there for Fady. That's a gun drop towards top middle that I'm sure someone wants to grab, but Bravado might at least give this a look and work out what they can get.
Yeah, I mean, no harm showing up, taking a gander, see if there's anything that you like, and I'm making it sound like it's like a
Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah. Ooh, well.
Harry just hides outside auctions.
I do, yeah. That's
steals pots from elderly people when they leave.
It's a lucrative business model. Some of them are worth a lot, and some of the people are very old. So they're, you know, it's put 2 and 2 in together. What have you got? A lot of pots. INTZ 4-5. Whew. And this game now approaching that point where it almost feels like INTZ could tie this up. Didn't get off to the best of starts, but now on the back of taking control of the economy a little bit, they have started to build back into this game, and they lead themselves now at a pretty good spot. Plenty of money over here on the T side. Not going to be running the same sort of problems as Bravado will soon run into, which is this reoccurring money problem that it feels like we could start to see them in. Orp going to be out for KNG. Think about how key he's been throughout both series today for INTZ. How consistent he's been with this weapon, how he's been able not only to find openers, but he's been the man to close out a lot of these rounds in clutch situations as well. So let's see if that's the change INTZ need to start to find their footing and pick the pace back up, maybe even retake the lead in this map.
They execute here for INTZ as well. Trony has got to be careful he doesn't get caught crossing. Just get a lot of info for knowing that these positions are clear. Will they have a Molotov on the Valk? Yes. Now he's going to have to hide in the corner. Sonic nearby as well. This could cause miscommunication without a doubt, but the bomb's already been dropped and Cello has found the trade. It's a 1-for-1, but JT's been unchecked and he's going to have a crossfire from the site. Maybe not even required. 2 from him. The Molotov will seal his fate. And KNG hits the AWP shot before it even burns him. Now Lucifer's moved up towards the triple box, but KNG's going above. Will he go beyond? That's the question. Sonic is shooting, and they have an idea. Great spray from Sonic. 1 step ahead as he grabs the AWP, and Bravado do win that round on the A site.
And this is one of the things I was excited about with this matchup, is we're going to get to see KNG, the beast of Brazil. That's at least how he's been throughout the series is today. The real titan on INTZ, going blow for blow versus the man that's so often talked about that in South Africa, Sonic. Very much is the clash of the titans here in the server, and now the question becomes, who's able to lift their team up to that next level? Because right now, for either side, the two that I'm really hyping up, the duels that I've been looking forward to, well, KNG's top fragging over the side of INTZ, but it's Detroni right now having a very good game for Bravado.
Yeah, the star standing alongside Sonic. JT actually in second place for his team for this map at least, but Detroni's had a lot of great games. So not a huge surprise, but now with this AWP in his hands, he's going to be even more lethal. Going back towards this A side of things as well, may even go for the fast peek down ramp. This is very, very dangerous for KNG. It's a Molotov holds him off, but he'll just play passive. Aware of the possibility of this push. Yale's going to try and pressure the B apartments, forcing out lots of this utility early on. Bravado left down to 2 smokes and 2 incendiaries at just the 125 mark.
That utility, I mean, as you've highlighted, has been eroded down for Bravado. We've certainly seen them pick up the pieces in comparison to Inferno. Now, the INTZ setting up for this A-side play. 3 players over here at the ramp with Yell beginning his rotation round. He's just opted to leave the apartment, so not going to have that mid-split. Instead, it will just be the ramp and Palace dedication. Detroni holding close. You mentioned how he's been having a good game thus far. Flash up and past him, and this is that opening shot. The nade not going to follow up as he misses that as well. Forced to reposition, but oh, that's a quick flick on the Destiny. Cello, and with the trade, 20 seconds, and INTZ need to pick up the pace here. That bomb has to go down. Only 2 players inside of this bomb site for Bravado. Sonic good for 1, but KNG trades. Cello now tasked with trying to get these numbers plugged in, but JT's dropped it. INTZ can't let this round elude them. This was theirs to win. Bravado, JT, and Elusive, they're just hidden in CT, and that's it. The round is won. Bravado, a 7th, as once more time is the problem for this Brazilian squad.
I don't know why you would go for the CT open plant from the left side of triple, especially considering not only have you killed the man who's just pushed bench, but also your only players are on Palace on ramp. You can watch jungle and stairs that are still smoked, but you have no real control towards CT. If someone jumps up on ticket or sprays through it, there's nothing you can do about that. So yeah, that's definitely a questionable bomb plant position, considering they could have gone on the other side of triple, but
not to mention, you think about INTZ, one of the consistent things they were so good at in that matchup versus Imperial was these fast A plays, getting into bomb sets, finding those man advantages, getting that bomb down before they even had any time to react. And here versus Bravado, it feels like maybe INTZ trying to switch that up, trying to play a bit of a different style so that they try and catch Bravado off guard. It hasn't been working though, because that's now, I'm going to say that I'm going to put down the 3rd round that we've really seen INTZ give away due to time on this map.
yeah, that's crazy to think, but you're completely right. And it's been these slow defaults, right? Maybe working a little bit more against Imperial, and we did see some pushing there, but Bravado have been stellar when it comes to just not over-aggressing in these 4-on-4s or even these man disadvantages. INTZ been waiting for a lot of aggro CT play. Maybe it's something they're used to, but Bravado have not been biting. As a result, 7-4. South Africans currently leading over the Brazilians. Going back to A is INTZ with this bomb again. The split from underpass. Position given away on short from Fady. He shoots his gun, so they're going to be aware of that. And he tries to rotate back through CAC, thinking they have mid because his teammates flanked the top of middle. Now, they didn't have underpass, so that's a free pick to Cello. This re-peek from JT is going to be so well timed, but the trade is there. It's still down to Detroni. This man on the back lines, he's behind the bomb, but they're doubling back. And he's going to be able to spray, finding himself a lot of damage, but there's still two players here. It's a 1-for-1 trade, which is fine with a man advantage. And now it's a complete mess of a round with INTZ a man up.
Oh no, but this could easily get given away. Elusive hidden here. And uh-oh, he lets Cello cross. Sonic's now rotated round, and Elusive, he's going for the big brain play. Oh no. Oh, Cello does check it. Spidey senses tingling. 25 seconds, knocked out of time again. They have to cross. They've given time for the rotation. Sonic has been picked up, but this bomb's still not in the bomb site yet. Smoke's down and Elusive trying to play with it. KNG holding the right side of the smoke, and right now Elusive using this as the veil, trying to live up to his name. It's the elusive man, but KNG is the one with that mass effect. INTZ 5-7. As they lock in another round.
Yeah, it's great to see the team play from INTZ shining through in that one, right? Not just the individuals, of course. It was KNG finding the kills, but even down on ramp, where they trade that low HP player, Yell, I think it was, for the guaranteed kill on the man who pushed on the flank, which was Detroni, right? The jump peak, which enabled that AWP to re-peek and take the advantage back. And then also the same thing in the apartments, the jump cross in the window that allowed KNG to peek post-jump, take back the man advantage as well. INTZ, good team playing communication there, but yeah, that came down to the wire, right? A few seconds left as the plant came through, and despite Elusive's best efforts, he could not close the round down. 5-7, and this was the early kill as well that really opened things up. Without that frag from Cello, this would have never even been a possibility for INTZ, but an early rotation from Fady that he will not do again. He will definitely come to regret that. Even though they won the round, INTZ, their money doesn't look to be too strong. They've got a Mac 10 here as well, and limited utility on 3, or 2 rather. That being said, they've broken Bravado's money the same way, so double scout and a FAMAS. And this is already a decent T side for INTZ, considering we know how strong their CT side has been. If they can get a 6th here, then I think they'll be very comfortable moving forward. That being said, still down by 2 for now on Bravado. Already spotting this B pressure early on. We got Yell running in with a Mac 10.
Oh. There's Zan in with this opener. This B bomb site looks tempting now, and Sonic hidden at the bench is good for one. How's that scout to try and work with? Not going to be ideal up close. Has the CZ now trying to take these fights at short. It's going to even go as far as to tag down Yell. But KNG, the savior we needed, the savior we deserved. And there's Destiny finishing things off. INTZ keep 4 players up, 6-7. No money left for Bravado, so finally we see that brought back to a standstill. And you imagine they do just take the eco here and then elect to go for one final 4-buy into the last of the half.
Yeah, great recovery from INTZ in these last few rounds as well to keep the scoreline close. It was Bravado up 5-1 at one point. It's definitely slowed down since then. That's going to continue to slow down as 7 on the horizon here for the Brazilian side. Underpass going to be somewhat recognized by INTZ, and Molotov keeps these CTs back. There's only one man on the B side right now, and oh, he's going to miss his shots. Zand does eventually finish off the job as well. Back in for a second, and his B site has just been opened up. No one really here to stop it. These USPs are proving to be futile against the AKs of INTZ. A nice clean round there with no casualties. One more left of the half. Now, we do have a lot of rifles to come in for Bravado, but they're not going to have the AWP to fight up against KNG. He's sitting 14-6 right now. And Cello has really had a great game as well, someone that we haven't really been noting as much this series. A lot of crucial trade frags in middle from him.
Last round of this first half, Bravado, they love the Org meta. 5 Orgs in play. This is a rare oh, it's 4 Orgs, never mind. They had 5 Orgs earlier, but Fady wrecking that for me. KNG, I didn't get to use my line. Oh no, Fady. Could get caught. He's very fortunate that he doesn't. Cello instead waiting to try and deal with the man up in window. And actually, Fady takes this peek, but he's still bested. Still dealt with, still mopped up, and now 3 players all that remain. One of those is going to be Sonic at the ramp, but he's dropped the bomb. And 2 players in this portion of the map. Yell desperately trying to find something back out at this A bomb site. Sonic will walk into him at the very least. Is he ready for the man in CT? That becomes the new question for INTZ. Elusive beginning his rotation over from short. Plenty of utility here for Cello and Yell.
Ooh, smoke down in the correct place as well. They'll be able to plant it in a far better position than what cost them the round last time. Now, Elusive will spray, but it's actually JT from the spawn to take him down, maybe a bit more open than we assumed. 30 seconds now for Cello to try and pull out a massive clutch, but this may have just been saved by Bravado. He's going to try and push towards the CT spawn. That molly should force the peak out into the open. It does. JT tries to go ahead of Cello before he pulls his gun into his hand, but it's not there. Now it's Elusive and a one-on-one. 10 seconds left. He's got the bomb under his control as well. And Cello now knows where he is. He's got to try and force the peak. The molly is there. If he wants to win, he's got to grab the bomb, but the kill is there instead. 8 rounds taken at the half there for INTZ. What a clutch from Cello. Just as we say, he's been having a great game. And this is still doable for Bravado, but with 8 rounds on the T side, INTZ are looking furious. Will they be able to continue and take this series in a 2-0? Join us and find out after this break.
8-7 are the scores at the doors at the end of this first half. INTZ narrowly closing this out with a 1-round advantage. But if you recall earlier on in the matchup versus Imperial, this CT side was where they had some problems. Bravado over here on the T side, going to be setting up towards a B-bomb site early on, so we get to see INTZ's two players they have posted up here, Zan and Yell, tested off the bat. They have to hold their ground, and Zan has kick-started this with an early kill. Yell now following up. Rotation's already here, and INTZ laying waste to this Bravado B play.
Oh, this is nothing coming through for the South Africans. They are getting decimated by Yell. 3 on the pistol for him, and INTZ go forward strong with the 9th round on their CT side. What a start to the half as well. Obviously, with Bravado opening up this half with their pistol win, that's a nice revenge one from INTZ. And keeping them in the lead as well, right? Whereas Bravado, they're now stuck with a tough task of having to give up a 10th round, and INTZ getting that one spot closer to knocking them out in 2 maps. Definitely not what Bravado would want. They are already down on their map pick, at least. They would have to trade to win this series and then obviously go forward to that 3rd, but we saw a trade of maps between Imperial and INTZ just earlier with the exact same, in fact, so certainly not impossible. Yell, he's going to be down the middle. It's KNG trying to pick off these players from the window. Yell gets aggressive, and these Glocks are just no match for the Org and M4 and the UMP. Nice clean round from INTZ as they keep 10 on the CT side. Now we're in with the bye, Harry. Crunch time for Bravado.
Crunch time indeed. INTZ accruing this lead early, building it up, keeping that previous round clean, because we've seen so many of those vanilla pistol rounds come oh so close throughout the series is today. And that's crucial, because you think about how reliant they've been on getting this AWP out on KNG. Ooh, already these SMGs yielding fruit. Speaking of fruit, someone's been spamming avocados for Bravado, because Sonic is on 3, and he's opened up the A-bomb site. My word, everyone's been decimated in a matter of seconds. Sonic, the fastest man alive, up through ramp. Wrap round from Yell, and now Zand in CT really does have to come into fruition for INTZ. Sonic, brought down to just 24 points of health, is in danger. And is vulnerable to the one shot. This wrap round from Yell might be able to find him, and if he does, oh my Sonic! Goodness. No way! He reads it. He reads the flank, turns around, and with only 24 HP is able to find it. This round's done. Bravado, take a bow. Sonic, take a bow. That's an 8th round locked in.
Yeah, no, not Bravado. Sonic, take a bow, because he just killed 4 players on that A site when Bravado was stuck in a 3-on-5 in their first rifle round. That is a huge play. And it might have just kept this game alive in a situation that could have fallen apart now for Bravado. They are going to be very thankful for this man on their team. These are the early kills that started things off for INTZ, and then look at the reaction from Sonic, so smooth. Even a flick for the final round.
Wasn't even looking at the right angle, my word. Yeah, no, that's kind of scary. I'm worried. That's what we were speaking during the halftime. I said the reason why I'm worried for INTZ is the fact that now Sonic, who is a real driving force within this Bravado roster, he can just be unleashed. He can be let off the leash and allowed to roam. There's Yell dropped, and now the pressure falls to Zan. Good damage with the AUG, but dropped out. KNG, missed shot, and uncharacteristically so at a very crucial moment. This B-bomb site's already fallen, and if you're INTZ, you're thinking about saving at this point in time, I would imagine.
Yeah, that bomb plant might just solidify this as well. Unless they get a free kill from someone crossing, I don't think INTZ want to risk giving up these guns. It would have to be an eco. Whereas if they save these, it can drop over, minimal weaponry. Might even have to opt to go for pistols on these 2 extra players, but that's still good enough. It means they can give it another go. Sonic already looking for these wraparounds, but they're coming through the CT spawn and they've already gone back into the palace, so Bravado won't be able to stop these CT saving, but they will keep this game close, 10-9. I mean, INTZ, now you got to make a decision. Do you want to buy up here? Do you want to drop those guns over? I mean, Zan can buy his own weapon and Yell will be the only one to struggle. Alternatively, you just go for the eco and you have a full buy next round with 1 AWP. So that's another option, but they won't go for it. They'd rather buy up here and now, and I don't blame them. Get that reset to Bravado. It makes a lot of sense. Break the money before it builds. Although we've had 2 in a row and clean ones at that for Bravado, so they've got plenty of it for the time being. A very crucial round here to decide the second half. Detroni getting tagged early on with his AWP by KNG, down to 20 health. They will still commit to this A execute, but Destiny has taken this lapsing attention to push up on the ramp. Him and his teammate getting very aggressive here. KNG's got to watch that connector as they've charged down middle in the meantime, and he might be able to catch a player in Palace, but the timing, oh, he just moves away. Doesn't get punished by Sonic for it, but the boost up in the window will find a frag, and KNG dropped means this A site is up for the chopping block.
Oh, but Bravado looking to change their mind. Fady getting into ladder, and they hear the vent break. Zand actually begins this rotation off. JT extends the man advantage back in favor of Bravado. And we're going to see all this pressure fall onto Yell at this B bomb site if the B play does come in. Oh, a big frag from Zand all the way from the depths of CT on top of Ticket. Now Bravado setting up for the B play. Zand very aware there could have been a player in window, there could be a player in ladder. We need to see Yell. I mean, a 1-for-1 is a necessity at this point in time. If he can get any more, that's a huge bonus, but Sonic checks him. Rotation is here from Zand at the very least, and we know that he's a real talent with this AUG. In with his second kill, and now to Trony, a 1v2. He was previously tagged up earlier on in the round by KNG. And now KNG watching from beyond the grave, relying on his teammates finishing what he started, and they will. 11-9, INTZ in with another and narrowly saving that AWP.
Yeah, and the pause coming straight through for Bravado. They have the money for another buy here, but they're probably, you know, somewhat also a question of how to spend the cash. Do they want to focus on the AWP, or would they rather drop guns to the players that have low cash? Because obviously dealing with KNG with that AWP is of a must right now, and they were able to pick him up with the boost in the previous round. You're not going to be able to get that every single time. 11-9. Bravado can bounce back considering it was a solo man surviving for INTZ, but a nice call from Bravado to back off into that B site after, you know, they get the damage. The shame was they lose that man to that ticket boost, right? That was, yeah, this kill, or at least on JT getting shot by Zan. If they had that 4-on-3 when pushing into the B site, that would have been very doable after part, but so many tagged up players meant that it didn't take a lot of ammo to finish off those final 2 men. And here it is, 11-9. Seems like every round that we reach is the most important round of the map in deciding how this is going to swing. And this is no understatement. AWP and for KNG, full rifles on the Bravado guys.
And it looks like they're curious what this A-bomb site has in store. Now you think back, they've had decent times out here, hoping they can relive those glory days of Sonic back on the entry. There's smoke and Mika to start to fade. Bit of a bait and switch employed between Destiny and Cello, and they play that perfectly. Even if Cello goes down, you've got Yell up on short, ready to trade. This does mean Cello with that much more to try and do. That flash is pixel perfect and allows Detroni to find that kill. KNG missed shot. Sonic out from the palace, drops him. And this is what we were worried about. KNG, who's put up an unreal performance across all the maps today, has in these last few rounds started to miss a few here and there. Maybe showing some signs of wear and tear, some signs of fatigue.
Well, it was that push back into CT, right? Like, you understand why he does it when he's so confident and he's, you know, 20 kills deep. But if he plays a little more passive there and just tries to hold onto the plant and wait for his team to rotate in, they still have a 3-on-3. They still have a winnable round, but like that peak there, if he kills the player, great. If he dies, the round is lost. So Yeah, very, very difficult situation. I don't think you can like argue that it's not a somewhat justifiable peak considering the game he has been having and the day he has been having in Counter-Strike, but it's going to come back to haunt INTZ as Bravado charges B site. Zan, he watched a player pass, but he didn't take the kill. For some reason, not catching him. It's KNG on the flank that might. Cello's holding on to the push within the market as well. There's two players here baiting them in. KNG caught in the Molotov and Destiny dead as well. Now that's a kill from Cello, but they're still down in terms of weaponry and manpower. Fady makes it one step worse, and Yell also cleaned up by the White Peak from Fady. 3 on him, and Bravado get 11 rounds.
Bravado are not looking to make an early exit. They don't want this to be their legacy. They don't want to show up, get this far, after having such a good end to 2018, then get 16-3'd on their first map, their map pick, and then lose out here on Mirage. They're looking to take us the distance, Hugo. Of course, coming second, DreamHack Winter, winning the DreamHack Invitational in Mumbai. And having just recently moved out to North America. Oh. The Trody saves that round. I started to believe, started to be like, uh-oh, it's happening again. The vanilla pistols are going to do it. And I tell you what, with KNG left standing, maybe there's still hope, because this guy's been so strong in clutch positions. There really shouldn't be a chance.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
And I'm going to tear up if once again the vanilla pistols manage to do much more than this. But if one man was going to just completely throw the conventional rules of Counter-Strike out the window, it would be this one on the screen right now. Don't want to hype this up too much, just on the fact that he shouldn't get anything, especially seeing as Bravado, they're just grouped up. They're going to play this together, trade off one another, and Sonic checks it. Bravado take the lead at 12-11. But for INTZ, there is a buy available in this round.
Not really relying on the pistols, but as you say, massively saved from the Trony's double kill. Without that, then there's a very real chance he can get out of control. He got dinked right before you can see he gets those 2 kills. So if he doesn't land both of them, he's dead. And suddenly it's a 2-on-2 with guns down in the middle. So a doable situation, but that won't be the case. Now this AWP is still on the Trony, but KNG's left to only an M4. Close positioning up on A as well as INTZ try and bring some aggression. If they have anything left in the playbook, this is the time to show it.
Issue is giving Bravado such a foothold in mid and so early on. Now leaves a minute and 20 seconds on this clock. Bravado, they've got all the time in the world to explore other avenues, push and prod this INTZ defense. Usually it's common if we see teams give up middle, there's either a presence in connector or CT to keep an eye on that jungle/window play, or you have players aggress elsewhere on the map, whether that's into the apartments, down into lower tunnels, down the ramp, into Palace. There's so many areas you could try and make up for your lack of mid presence and get information elsewhere, but INTZ aren't doing that. Instead, having to play very reactively. And Cello certainly got reactions. My goodness, look at him go. 4 kills from under Palace. And if that doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. Where did that come from?
He's now just overtaken KNG by 1 kill, 22 on him. He's had so many heroic moments for this INTZ roster in this map as well, and that is just another one. Add it to the tally. Harry's in a coughing fit. It was that crazy. Yeah. And that has just kept INTZ in this game. 12-12. Still no AWP. They actually don't save it, probably because they're freaking out so much post-winning that round that they don't run towards the jungle and grab it, but that's fine. Detroni now still able to buy up one, and this is either a hard reset to the economy of INTZ or Bravado going down to low money as well. So, important round as they set up outside of the B-bomb site. This fast cat play as well. We've not seen one of these for a while for Bravado, and there's no one here in middle to watch it. We have got that long flank though. Destiny is in the T-spawn. The issue is there's still only 2 players on B. They need to pull in a 3rd rotation right now, and Fady has already gotten the first entry. Yell on the corner, checked by Sonic, but checking is not going to be enough as Yell found himself a double. This AWP still here, but everyone is so low, and it's a 3-on-3 with a flank in play. They don't know about it just yet, but they do have the bomb on INTZ. Disaster for Bravado.
Oh, and Destiny just mopping up, Beatty up in the apartments. Now JT, with only 12 HP to his name, he's desperately searching for this one-on-one in the shop, but he's not going to find it. Cello just falling off, holding the angle. Destiny sat up on the bomb. Huge round from Yell up in the apartments to find 3 there as that rush comes in. On top of that, even going as far as to do so much damage to the guys crossing into the bomb site. Just little bits of chip damage here and there, bringing them down. JT, this would be an utterly incredible clutch, but you don't fancy his odds. He has to jump up and try and take that peak. He falls, and that's the economy of Bravado reset. INTZ now in the driver's seat. This is back and forth. This is right down the middle, and it's looking like this could be one of the closest maps we see today.
Bravado calling out second pause as well. Crunch time, look at the money. As you say, it's been broken, slapped back. And INTZ should be up for a 14th here with Bravado not having a lot of cash to fight. They definitely shouldn't force it. Rather wait for the loss bonus to kick in next round. They're going to have a full buy if they eco this. But that's still not fun, giving away 14 rounds on the map pick of INTZ. On your elimination map, if you cannot win this game, Bravado, they've got to be quaking in their boots, but cannot afford to be.
Especially when you take into account these two teams, they've already met. Bravado were able to best INTZ on day 1 of the event, the opening game. Of course, that was over on Train, which is actually map number 3, by the way. So if we go the distance, if it all culminates into Trade, we get to see the rematch, but Bravado, they're on an uphill battle now. This has been such a back and forth map. Such a parallel, or sorry, such a polar opposite rather to Inferno. Oh, Cello!
He's just hit the DPI button and just like shaking his mouse all over the pad. That's not a euphemism, he's just done exactly that.
He gives Kirby a run for his money with that shake and aim.
Oh dear.
My word.
Bomb plant though for Bravado. They've got all the money coming into this round. That's good at least. The smoke wall over the site. Destiny finds 3, but it doesn't seem to matter. And the bomb plant still comes in. Look at this spray from Destiny as well. They run right by him, all focused towards the same position. And then, well, Destiny didn't get any here, but he just had a spam. He had a jolly old time. 14-12. Here we go. The most important round of the map so far. And look at what INTZ are doing.
Yeah, they're switching it up. They're trying to catch Bravado off guard. Now that flash rains in. Fady, fully blind, is gonna get bested, but Detroni able to keep things into this 4-on-4. That is such a crucial trade picked up by him. In the meantime, Sonic trying to work this A bomb site, and he is able to open up. Yell gonna fall. I believe that was down in the lower tunnels. I might be mistaken, but certainly looked like it was either there or over towards this short portion of the map. That's that B bomb site cracked wide open. They know that Yell has been the B player because it's fresh in their mind how he destroyed them in rounds prior. Now it's KNG's turn to step up to the Executioner's block. 2-on-2, the bomb here. They don't have to commit to it. That Molotov might force this fight. JT's burning in it. The smoke goes down, and Zan,
oh no,
the other side makes noise. Still picks up the frag. Ooh, missed shot from Detroni. It's hand. USP in hand. INTZ map point 15-12, and what a fashion to do it. Now on the back of that, Bravado, their money's run out. They're going to be force buying into this one. INTZ looking to try and get this done in 2. Tactical timeout called on in from the South African squad. Their chances of staying here in the minor are fleeting now.
That was a 2-on-4, and you could see the second they got that kill down on ramp, picking up Sonic, who found an opening kill towards the A site. Instant call for INTZ to fully wrap back down towards that B site. They were one step ahead of their enemy, and Bravado running into the 2-man trap, even with Zan getting tagged by the Molotov, making a noise as to where his position was and allowing for the peek. He still gets away with it with the pistol. That has got to hurt if you're Bravado, and now look at the money. They've got to win in overtime if they're going to win at all, and right now it's not looking good. 3 rounds needed in a row, and they've got Galils, they've got an AK, a pistol, a UMP in this round. Desperation for Bravado. What could be their final round of the entire minor. What have they got for us? Fast play underpass. We've got Sonic back in that palace. He's been a nuisance up on the A side, but he's not really armed to fight. Bomb's out in middle as well, and Zan, different position. He's not been here before up in the ladder room. So if they're not ready for this, it could spell their demise. Detroni creeping down mid, and they're going to boost up as well, but they won't catch anything from it. Oh, actually, I say that. There's one player up on short that they do see. Breaking the vents as well. Zan's got to watch out. He doesn't get spammed through the smoke. That Molotov delays the connector play, and KNG's here on the other side, so maybe delaying them for Bravado's best. Oh, that's a close shot.
He's going to be given another chance, and he's fully flashed, but that's not enough to stop KNG. Now Sonic, he's been lurking over at ramp in almost every single one of these rounds, but KNG burnt out. Zand up through the connector, able to pluck two players from the ranks of Bravado. Now Cello emerging in the backline, and that Sonic dropped. Detroni, a 1v3 to try and deny the victory to INTZ and keep Bravado here at the minor for even one round longer. Armed with only a Galil and his wits, no utility on this man. The rest of the team having to sit back as all the hopes of Bravado fall onto one man. Creeping forward, peek out from Cello. Detroni in with a double. Yell's holding the cross, and this could cause some trouble for Detroni. They haven't spotted him yet, but he anticipates that Yell might be over towards short. Is allowed to cross, and he spots that AWP. Bomb goes down, Detroni. This was a 1v3. Yell still left standing. Slowly but surely up through the connector he goes. One shot is all that's required. The nade now retrieved on Yell could make all the difference. Detroni over on Tetris, but he's not looking to play games. He wants to keep Bravado here. He's already found two, misses that shot, tries to hop down. Yell picks it up. INTZ on the defuse, 16-12. They're going to take this 2-0 as it comes down to the wire, but Yell holds his own, and they send Bravado home.
Oh, that was such a nice try from Detroni. Props go to him, but it is going to be INTZ going forward to the playoffs, staying alive through thick and thin. They even get their own revenge rather, from that group stage. Of course, losing to Bravado 16-12 on train, but they bounce back in 2-0 fashion and do the dirty.
Yeah, I mean, what a revenge story. And for Bravado, commiserations. They still go very, very far here at the minor. Obviously a team that had a stellar end to 2018, going above and beyond expectations. Sadly, falling a little shorter than they would have liked here at the minor. For INTZ, you're bang on. They get that revenge from day one. Bravado, the team that put them down in that lower bracket, had them up for elimination and on the chopping block, and they're able to do it. They best them now in the best of three.
Yeah, I think Bravado have a very bright future, at least going forward, right? This team has slowly been improving, slowly been showing us their worth. I mean, look at the end of last year, as you say, DreamHack Winter being a great example, and now even getting some nice wins in the minor as well. They shouldn't let this one crush them too much, but we're going to throw that over to the analysts. We're done here on day 2. Let's see what they got to say.